Good evening, folks. This is Raging Ricky again. The last time I spoke was when I was making an entry for a radio talk show. And in that entry there, I've had a lot of people come back to me and say that they detected a little bit of anger in my presentation. Well, I have to tell you something. I am angry. In fact, you want to know? I'm pissed, and I'll tell you why I'm angry. Let's look at what's going on in this country right now and why we are in the situation that we're in. We have legislators that are passing such bad legislation every single day. One state or another is being either sued by the federal government or is suing the federal government. How come nobody's discussing the cost that is to the taxpayers for that bad legislation? Who's benefiting from that? How about, I'll tell you another thing I'm angry about. I'm angry about a president going around the country preaching class warfare. This is the President of the United States going around telling you how you're entitled to something that belongs to somebody else and that big businesses and big rich people should be paying their fair share. But yet, once again, back to my last video, nobody's explaining what fair share is. I'm sick and tired, and yes, I'm angry about a tax system that is so complicated and so unconstitutional that it boggles the mind that the American people have let that system go on for as long as it has gone on. I'll tell you what, I'm also sick and tired and angry about the fact that we have more oil and energy in this country than all the other countries combined, and yet we can't touch it, and we're being forced to be dependent on other countries. I'm sick and tired about a Federal Reserve System that should be abolished. I'm sick and tired about systems within the government that should be abolished. The education NEA. But having said that, let me tell you something. If you don't get upset, if you want to sit back and you want to reach across the aisle and compromise with your fellow politicians and your fellow patriots and what have you, that's fine and dandy. But understand one thing. It was our founding fathers when they finally got pissed and decided, you know what we got to do? We got to declare our independence. That's when something happened. We need to understand that in order for us to bring about any change in this country, we got to look at changing the voting process, the election process, because right now, that is what's destroying us. This is Raging Ricky signing out.